welcome back to Just Joshin. I am Josh.
I'm tired.
You are. Unfortunately, the only time we've actually had to. If you watched yesterday's episode, you'll know that we are recording over this gameplay footage because we had some audio issues for the second week in a row. Hooray!
He's just doing a little way down.
Yeah, he's just doing a heck. Well, it's the shade. You know, you gotta lie in the shade.
Cats typically lie in the. Oh God, I won't pet that kitty.
Also, you'll know. So at the end of the last episode, we dumped a body in the river. It went about 10 feet and then immediately sank to the bottom. And that was what you saw resting on the bottom of the riverbed there.
Oh, I think that's what I'm going to do next time I play. I'm just going to sit in a protected area and just let enemies come until the cat gets all its kills.
Oh, yeah. That's a good idea.
Of course it is. It's my idea.
Wow. So, yeah, we're still helping these farmers. And
yes.
And we're still doing this, talking over the... Oh, there's an Oku idol, or whatever it's called. Aku?
I love that we've just given up on reading the letters.
Yeah, there's too many, and there's so many of them that are like 5 paragraphs long. It's just exhausting.
It's interesting when you're playing the game, like, by yourself.
Yeah.
To build the world. But people watching this have probably played the other 5 that are basically the same game with a different story. Which, to be fair, I don't mind, because I do enjoy the playing of it. But, like, for someone watching, it's like, you want to, you kind of, like, you might not play it and find them all yourself, but, like, after you start reading them, it's the same goddamn letter over and over again.
Yeah.
Well.
Plus, when it's not a narrative-driven game, reading letter, like, for example, if we were playing Outlast or something like that, Outlast 2, which has letters, and is a very creepy, slow, somber, story-driven game. Reading all the letters while you're recording, that's fine. That makes sense, right? But reading them all in a game like Far Cry 6, where it's like all bang, 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 it's kind of, you know, it really drags down the speed of everything.
Bang bangery.
Which is why whenever we're having a... Oh, there's bad guys. Well, a good thing they just sat there and barked at your cat.
Well, I'm just going to say that dog versus that cat.
Well, one dog versus any cat is going to get fucked up. Well, I shouldn't say that. One dog versus any jungle cat, predator cat, is going to go down. Like a tiger would take down a wolf any day.
Well, like a full wolf, just trying to huck him in the shit.
Oh, yeah, we're trying to Assassin's Creed
I
him.
think you underestimate how big actually like wolves are.
No, even the biggest...
Think how big you think a wolf is, and then double it. That's a wolf.
Dude, I used to own wolves.
No, you own dogs.
Okay. I
Like,
know. I have seen
wolves are fucking huge.
Okay, man-eating wolves, like big gray wolves, are only like 400 pounds. The lightest jungle cat, like a light tiger, is like 800 pounds.
Well, you're also never gonna fight one-on-one. They're different kinds of hunters.
That's what I'm saying. I just said that. A dog versus a cat. Basically, a wolf versus a predator cat. The wolf is going down.
Get him, kitty.
So
Get him.
so that jungle cat versus that Rottweiler, yeah, he's gonna go down because any dog one-on-one. But with 2 Rottweilers versus the jungle cat, they might have a chance because they're pack hunters. And I firmly believe that there is some sort of unspoken psychic connection between dogs. Because there will be times where something happens in a room, the dog that sees it doesn't make a sound, and yet the other dogs come running. You know what I mean?
Dogs also have better senses of hearing and smell than we do.
Yeah, maybe they make just some like low frequency thing that like we can't hear. But I swear to God, it feels sometimes like there's just some psychic component to their existence, like a hive mind or something. It's bizarre.
And then
there may or may not have been a ton of moments where I say something to my dog and he reacts as though he can speak English. And so I sit there for like 15 minutes like being like, do you understand me? As if I ask him long enough, he'll break down and be like, oh, fine, yes, I understand you. Like, aha, I knew it.
My favorite are those people that like train the dogs to use the pads. Where you, like, it presses the button like food, food.
Those are good, yeah.
Fucking, my last dog would have just sat there, food, 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 food.
That's the reason why I will never do anything like that. My favorite video of a dog asking for food is, God, you're terrible at driving. That's a rock.
Nah, it was fine.
My favorite video of a dog asking for food is the one that comes out with its dish and just like yeets it across the floor, and somebody put the caption like, "This bitch is empty" or something like that.
Like a glove.
Yeah, sure. Totally. That's actually how Ace Ventura parked his truck. And actually, I didn't comment on this in the video, but you landed it inside of like what looked like a car park.
Like I said, like a glove.
See, let me help.
Oh, this is where Josh thinks it's a good idea to try and run into electrified water and just unplug it.
No, my first idea was to jump on top of it.
And it goes horribly because you are not great at jumping. But yeah, then he's just like, oh, it's not instant death to jump in the water. I'll just heal myself. Oh, that's right. It interrupts your heal because it's consistent damage. So then he stims himself and then thinks, oh, if I can just live long enough, I can pull this out.
I would like to point out, I got like 80% of the way through that.
Ah, totally. And you almost died. Thank God for 1 HP.
I'm fine. Death's door. 99% death.
So you stimmed off and I went, turn off the water. And you're like, what?
No, you had not said it at this point. Because I was still hellbent on...
Oh, no, that's right. I don't say it until I see that spout right there. And then right as you're looking around here trying to reach down and unplug the thing, I'm like, turn off the water. And you're like, how? Yeah, you yelled how at me. And
then I figured it out. Because I am smart.
And everything.
Also,
everything
whoever made the destructible fucking pallets said, you're putting these everywhere.
Yeah.
And he must have been buff as shit because nobody argued.
Nobody argued, and what's more is that, yeah, because now the concrete is uncovered. Nobody argued, and
I love that I
also...
was taking damage in the air, jumping over it.
It's probably just programmed to damage you near the water. But the thing about the pallets, and we discussed this in one of the episodes, is the fact that like when you can only half destroy one of them, and it's still blocking the chest.
You weren't there for one day when I was gathering stuff. It was just...
No, she just
I spent like 20 minutes trying to get at one of the crates because it was stuck behind a half-ass pallet and I couldn't move it.
20 minutes?
Yeah, you were off getting food or something.
Jesus Christ.
I was not letting it... I needed to get it. It's probably closer to 10 minutes. But
So, wasn't there one that was like in a broken boat and there was no indication that you could destroy the boat at all? And you spent... I think we recorded that. You were like sitting there like crouching trying to get at it. You can like, you're like an inch from it, but it won't give you the prompt to open
2 minutes
it.
later I said, fuck it, put down some dynamite and went...
Oh yeah, that's right. You didn't whack the boat. You literally were just like...
Stick. Because when there is no problem that cannot be solved with the proper application of high explosives.
Right, think of a few.
Name a few.
Erectile dysfunction.
Dynamite yourself. It's no longer a problem.
Death is 100% a cure for everything. Can't have a problem if you're not alive.
Damn straight.
Is this where we get to wait in the roof?
Yes.
Pick up those bullets.
I was trying. It was having none of it.
Talk to Petra. Petra Petrova. Just open the door. It's making me mad again. Just skip it.
Nope.
Gloria and an idiota boyfriend were arrested again. Idiota.
They tried to be more aggressive
I like
than the
that.
last one. Go hide in my ceiling and watch how they play tough.
Idiota, in my opinion, is funny because it's that perfect Spanish joke where people are like, just put O on the end of words, and it's like, no, this time it's
She has a big ass chain.
Yeah, I noticed that. It's like the most ridiculous thing that we've seen in the game so far. And that is saying something.
Is it though? Is it?
This scene is a perfect example. I always have a problem with this. Nobody looks up in these movies or games. It's like there was this TikTok where like this girl like ran around a corner and then like spider climbed up this alleyway, and then these dudes like came around the corner, and like she's only like 2 feet above them, and they don't see her. And I was like, obviously this is staged, but like there are so many times in movies where this happens, and it's like, who doesn't look up? Who doesn't? That's in your field of vision, you know? It's not even like you'd have to go, oh, 2 feet above me. It's like you can see up.
It's apparent this game apparently takes place in Octubre.
Oh yeah.
Check the bedroom.
Which is, I think, Spanish for
What a
April.
dumb. Hola.
Yes.
Soy Sargento
Oh,
Saura.
I didn't even notice that. Somebody
I've been
did see you a
assigned to
little
clean up
bit.
this municipality.
Officer. Just like the last
This is
time.
the Inglorious Bastard scene.
I've been told
You did
by a
like you were
reliable
very proud of
source
that joke the first
that
time you
know
made
a
it.
lot about Libertad.
The only thing I
It
know
wasn't a
about
joke,
the
it was just an
Indians
observation.
is that they cause me more
This is
trouble
like
than you
exactly like you're in the
I'm
attic.
Sure they do.
He's looking for you. He sits down. Might as well ask for
Cut the
milk.
bullshit. I know your
But,
daughter has been collaborating with the guerrilla.
Collaboration.
My favorite thing about this is that the entire time that you're sitting here, basically what you're doing is you're waiting for the point in the conversation where he divulges the information that you need in order to find her daughter. Slowly throughout the conversation, you essentially triangulate her position, and you get more and more information about exactly where she is. And you have to wait until the very end of the conversation, except for
I don't know how
periodically throughout the conversation, they make more and more aggressive
For the time
All right.
intonations toward murdering this woman if you don't kill them now. And I can feel
Where is Gloria?
Josh getting his trigger finger itchy as he's just pointing his gun at this dude's head for 5 minutes. And I'm just like, Josh, wait. Hold. I'm not saying any of it out loud because I'm hoping that he just has the self-control to not blow this guy's melon off. But the funniest
The
part
worst
of,
that happens is I have to repeat it.
He
What?
didn't want to talk.
You just have to repeat the mission. You just
We
failed the
played
mission.
Russian roulette.
no, the worst thing is that the woman dies.
Not collaborating.
The last thing he said
Collaboration. No, the worst thing is that when you finally do get the chance to peel the fucking melon off this dude, his helmet stops your first shot.
Try again. Tell me what you know about Libertad.
That farmer lied. Who was it? I know nothing. No, 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 no.
Oh, you can actually hear
I
the revolver
confiscated his
spinning.
farm in the name of Yara. Senor Juan Torena put Libertad before his own country.
Juan Torena.
Don't make the same mistake.
Here we go.
Tell me what you know about Libertad.
Don't I tell you to Supremo?
He's got
You
bananas.
tell me to Supremo like every time.
Yeah, see? You see how his helmet stopped that first shot? And it fucked up the whole thing. Because now this guy gets away. Oh, you actually hit him, but it only did like 99% of his life.
Good thing I'm immortal.
Yay! Immortality, libertad. What now?
We go save the daughter after I loot the
Yay!
A B L.
Apple?
Always be looting.
Oh. I thought you were talking about computers.
No.
Juan Torinas.
Yes.
Every time that they make, as shitty as the movie was, Jack and Jill, every time that I see like different variations of Juan in these games, it always reminds me of that scene where like she's getting introduced to the Mexican dude's family, and he's like, and this is Juan, and that's Juanita, and that's Juanlos, and then and she's like, oh, it's a lot of Juans. And he's like, I'm kidding. That movie's terrible, but
All for Juan and Juan for all.
yeah, there you go. It's the 3 Juan Skateers.
I will never stop trying to do the Bethesda climb.
Yeah, it's not
Because
like it wastes time at all.
It works.
It doesn't.
It does.
It doesn't.
It does.
It doesn't. There's actually one time where you're like, see, it worked. But what actually happened is you just walked around the entire cliff and then got to the actual path.
No, I buy the sniper rifle.
The sniper rifle?
Yeah, the 50 cal.
Oh yeah. You were so happy about that.
Oh, it's so good.
He's been talking since day one of us playing this. He's been talking about getting a goddamn 50 cal. Whoa, my God, your fucking cat scares the shit out of me. Just like a real cat. They're creepy. They have something to do with the spirit world. Every cat, they're so creepy. And now it's just standing there. It like rushed into action to stand there. Hurry up and wait. What is this, truck driving?
Got the zoomies.
To be careful.
You actually do a really good job here. And I think it's because I gave you shit 2 seconds prior. And you actually melon pop all of them except for that last guy you missed. But that's fine because he's the last guy.
I missed him because of the fucking...
Yeah, that's right.
in front of that pole.
Yeah, you shot the pole. But that's fine because you killed the 4 and then killed the last guy. Mission's done. You did a great job. And it's because you pulled out your sniper rifle and you're like, all right, let's do this. And I was like, all right, about time for you to miss the first 2 shots and then everything goes sideways. And then you just like pop, 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 pop. I was so proud of you.
Gracias. You saved me.
If I were playing by myself with no one, like, not on stream, it's a different approach. Like...
You're not streaming.
Well, you know, on public channel, I will take my time, set up shots, clear out all of the alarms so they can't call reinforcements. But we're already at how many episodes?
I don't know. I think we're in the 40s.
Yeah. Imagine adding 10 minutes to every time I take something.
Thank you for saving my daughter.
Like,
Well, it's just like Edge of Eternity, which is where I'm thinking about cutting out unnecessary battles, just editing them out straight out. Because Edge of Eternity, if you guys aren't watching that playthrough, it's a JRPG, and the battles take like, even the shitty little ones, they take like 3 minutes.
now they take 3 minutes.
Yeah. Before
they fixed the difficulty setting, it was a joke.
Yeah, you could just one-shot everything and it would be like 30 seconds. Victory screen, you know? But now it's like 3 minutes per battle, even the little shitty ones that you're over-leveled for and don't get any EXP for. It's 3 minutes. To the point where when we were going through the junkyard, we fought like 6 or 7 battles. That was the whole fucking episode. But
Conceptual.
So yeah, it would just be like that if you were taking your time.
I think this is where I say, fuck this, I'm going to murder these things. Like, I want to airdrop.
I actually was hoping that you would get the plane and then just shoot the anti-air thing from the air.
The plane that I have doesn't have guns.
What about helicopter?
I'm going to get fucking taken out by the anti-aircraft before I get close.
No.
Yes.
You just run in real quick. Activate the sprint on your
Yes,
parkour
the
helicopter.
sprint. Parkour. Oh, this part. You were...
I hated you for this so much. Look at, you're almost at the water. He jumps in, hijacks a car to get to the water that he's 10 feet from, and just like, why? Why?
Because it got me there exactly 1 second faster.
No, it probably didn't. You're wearing the parkour gear. Just slide.
Oh, God. No.
The jet ski is good.
I have destroyed so many jet skis.
Or is this where you just totally beach the shit out of this? Whee!
I think I get murdered here.
Stealth, by the way. Oh yeah, you do. No, that's right. This is the most bizarre thing. You die here, but it despawns all the enemies. So you just get a free anti-aircraft take.
Sometimes programming works out in my favor.
Don't you go into the menu and switch guns?
Probably.
I think you go into the menu and switch guns, and as soon as you come out, you bitch about them like shooting through the ground or some shit. When, by the way, you could just pull out your shoot through walls gun and Supremo, which is probably what I'm telling you to do. Yeah, you go in here, you switch guns, and like you strategize, and like you're like, okay, I need to do this, and I need the armor gun, and I need this because we need to do big damage, and blah blah blah. And then you come out and
You
you
were
just
giving me far too much credit. I'm pretty sure I just say, time to go noisy, and then slap on the biggest guns I have.
and then you're not looking at them, they're shooting you from the left. And this entire time, by the way, he's like, they're shooting me through the ground. He's right there.
No, that's not where the guy... The indicator was not him shooting me. The indicator was from someone to my left.
When you were up on the hill higher.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Nope.
Yeah. Okay.
Nope.
Fucking- But now see, he died, and he spawns right here, and everybody's gone.
I still count this as a win.
Sure. You literally didn't kill a single one of them, yet they just like left. Like, all right, job done.
Pack it up.
That doesn't work in real life.
Depends on the lock and your bullets.
I think Mythbusters was they tested it out on like a bunch of different locks. Most locks are designed to the part that breaks apart is not the part that holds on to the actual bars that are holding it tight. Like a master lock, for example, is actually, it looks like it's one solid thing, but it's actually made out of like several layers of metal, so that if one of them degrades or is damaged or is shot, several layers of that metal will still hold on to the locking part of it. So shooting it will destroy part of the lock, but it won't completely destroy the lock.
But if we really want to get technical about it, I'm carrying literal sticks of dynamite. I'm getting through that door.
Sure.
I'm also carrying a fucking blowtorch.
Magic fire. That's actually, was it one of these episodes, or was that when we were just?
You call it magic fire all the time, and I hate it. You're
Well, no,
like,
you don't.
"Magic fire."
No, because you didn't even remember that I called it that. I think that was in between episodes where you were during the 4 hours when you were just grabbing random stuff. I told him to get out his magic fire, and he looked at me like, "We're not playing Edge of Eternity. This isn't a fantasy game." And I was just like, "Yeah, you know, the magic fire." And then I didn't want to be like the repair torch because that would give away the joke. So I just basically sat there and stared at him, and he never put it together until I said repair torch, and then he went, "Oh," and I was like, "Did you never notice that I called it that?" And he's like, "No." But I think in lots of previous episodes I call it magic fire, just because it is. You basically just hold the torch at a point on the vehicle and it repairs it to full. The best ones are where you're repairing the tanks, and when it gets to full, that barrel just appears on the back of it.
I think there was one where like the thing is basically on fire. Like it's like 99% dead, and then it just like you just see it go bing. Like especially when the tires are all blown out and it fixes the tires and just like
It
jumps
just
like
pops
half
up.
the foot.
Yeah.
Libertad.
I think we were between episodes one time, and that was a pretty fast take. But we were
Oh,
between.
I've gotten taking those down to a science.
Yeah, we were. I think that's what you said right here. But we were between episodes, and I was out in the kitchen, and all he just shouted, "I just took a checkpoint in 30 seconds." You're so proud.
Yeah, because now I can do all of that. Like the first couple you take forever,
Because you don't really know what you're
Yeah.
doing, and you're trying to be careful.
and then you realize you're basically a juggernaut and you just don't care. Oh, good job, guys.
Oh, I commented on this, but I really enjoyed the way that the lighting through the smoke
Yeah.
looked very realistic. Because that's what it looks like. It looks like it's almost blinding you.
Gotta make an entrance.
Yeah. Did you shut the door just so that you could kick it
Yes.
open? Oh, this is the shotgun.
Oh, yeah. This thing is a beast.
It is. It's not the A12, which I also talk about, but
I think the next one's automatic.
it has to be. What further upgrade? Oh yeah, you put the fucking Mass
Extended
Effect.
barrel, yeah.
Yeah, the Mass Effect skin on it. This gun is a monster. 15 shots. Don't you put the extended mag on it
Yes.
so that it has 20?
Yes.
Bonkers. Not
It
talking
doesn't
about-
fire as fast, but it does more damage, and it just looks bad.
It does. I do like that the grip on the front of it, that cocking motion. That looks really cool. And then it loads like that. It's so fucking cool. You're right. This does look like a gun out of Mass Effect, which I should play. I own all of
always
them.
preface it with you should play 1 and 2 and then play 3 with a grain of salt. Because 1 and 2 are some of the best games I've ever played, and then 3 is just not.
I've heard that 3 was ruined by the ending.
Yeah, a lot. All the branching choices come down to 3 choices at the beginning or at the end, and it's just not as satisfying.
That's kind of like in
And then I would also recommend you play Andromeda.
isn't that the open world one that everybody said sucked?
They're all kind of open world. Everybody says it sucks because
Oh, dude, the breathing in when Josh is about to go on a rant.
so the thing about Mass Effect Andromeda isn't perfect. It's got its flaws. It's a BioWare game, right? And like everyone just wanted more Shepard, and that's not what they give you. It could have been a better game.
Who do you
Shepard's
play
the main
as?
character. You play as just some random person.
Oh, original character, do not
Yeah.
steal. Oh, cool.
And it's basically, you were so mad that I shot that guy at that distance. You're like, don't shoot at him with the fucking shotgun.
Oh yeah, this beef takes 4 fucking shotgun blasts point blank to kill.
But oh, that sign is creepy.
It really is.
And it was a fun game. I really enjoyed Mass Effect Andromeda.
Ningún problema.
But people being
I
people,
think expectations.
yeah. And that's was that
Oh,
where we
the
ended?
episode's over. So you finished your statement. I don't want to continue this in the next episode.
Yeah, like it's a fun game. It's Mass Effect at its core. You know, you run around and it's just I think people wanted more Shepard because they played so much. And then
3
they
games.
they didn't I don't think they gave it a fair shake.
That's fair.
I will admit that it had its flaws at launch because
Oh, I remember all the videos with the bugs
yeah.
and all that
But
stuff.
that's just those games always launch like that now. And it's the same thing with Cyberpunk 2077.
I would argue that we shouldn't allow that though. Like you said, like, oh, that's just a excuse me. Like that's just how games are now. I don't think that we should let games just be like that because that's how games are. I think that we should raise the bar back up, you know? Like we shouldn't just allow games to release buggy and then they're like $60, please. You know what I mean? There should be some sort of standard. Yes, they can fix it in post basically, but should we allow that? Is that a thing that we should just let
Oh
be?
yeah, I mean you have to. The problem is that games are different than they used to be. Like when you could program a game over a weekend like that and sell it, yeah, that's like that's
Well,
different.
that's
and then you can't update it.
when the hell was that? Programming a game over a weekend.
You know what I mean? Like, well, some of them you feel like they were, but when a game couldn't be updated and you couldn't fix it, you know, they were also simpler. There weren't as many moving parts. You know, like Mario is so small because every single one of those, like, it just tells everything. You tell directly where the pixels go, which pixels to work. It's not pre-rendered graphics. It's not 3D graphics. Like,
There's no engines that
yeah,
work.
a lot has changed. And as much as I'd love to see games released without flaws, I don't want to wait 10 years for, you know, a single game.
That's a good point.
Ironic coming from a Star Citizen backer, but
Well, I think that waiting for one, like I don't want to wait 10 years for every game to come out. But I don't mind if there's like one game that's taken forever to come out that you're like really looking forward to.
but then you get Todd Howard releasing Skyrim 12 times.
Yeah, that's very true.
Skyrim Special Edition, Skyrim Legendary Edition.
How long has 7 Days to Die been in alpha? And it's finally just now starting to look like a real game.
So it's looked like a real game for a while. But
It's looked like an indie shitty game for a while.
yeah, but at the same time,
Isn't-
it has more content than most games. Like, you can do crazy shit. It's Minecraft with insane fucking, like, the voxelation alone of the ground is awesome.
That's true.
Like, you can dig shit and you can make big ass tunnels. You can do all kinds of crazy shit.
My favorite thing is making a death pit all the way down to the bedrock and then just making zombies fall into it. And then they removed fall damage from zombies for one of the patches, so I couldn't do that anymore.
I wonder why.
So we'll see you guys on the next one.
Thanks for tuning in, and remember, be kind to one another because you don't know what that kindness means to another person.
Bye.
Oh.